Josh, and I'm the founder of Cracked It. We're a social enterprise phone repair service that's staffed by young offenders and young people at risk of offending. Our mission is to support vulnerable young people across London to move away from crime and towards employment. And something that's been really important to me in setting up and running Cracked It is this idea of flying over the grass. It comes from this quote on the left. And the idea is that you use innovative solutions to try to tackle challenges that just won't go away. So I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to present to you in a kind of fly over the grass way via what's called a pecha kucha. It's a Japanese term that literally means chit-chat, but it's also a presentation that consists of 12 slides that each move automatically after 30 seconds. So it's going to keep me concise, keep me on my toes, but also you guys too. So we're already on slide 3, so I'll start here. This is me when I was a youth worker a couple of years ago, working in East London with young people who were involved in crime or at risk of being so. And what I learned when working with these guys and girls is that they were like anybody else. They wanted income, they wanted belonging, they wanted self-worth, but they couldn't see that those things were available in employment and felt pushed in many ways towards crime to achieve what they wanted. Many young people would tell me as young as 14 that they would deal drugs or steal bikes and use the cash they made to secretly slip into their mum's handbags. And research by the Centre for Social Justice finds that actually this is a case that happens all across London and beyond. The average age someone joins a gang in London is age 15 years old. More than that, 20% of crimes in London are committed by gang members. And knife crime is on the up 24% since last year, and we're seeing the huge rise in acid attacks across our capital. And this is linked directly to these job centres. Unemployment. 1 in 4 young people in London, aged 16 to 24, are not in education, employment or training. And a key reason for that is because they're leaving school without the skills they need to search for, secure and sustain employment, and they're leaving without the motivation they need to participate in the labour market. Let me return to that figure again. Age 15 is the age that someone joins a gang on average in London. I'm not prepared to live in a city like that, which is why I set up my venture, Cracked It. We do 2 core things. We start by finding young people from across London who are at risk of offending or who have offended, and we train them up in the skill of phone repair. It's a bit random, but maybe ask me about that later in the Q&A. We train them up in a real life situation through workshops but also work placements, and they learn the skill of phone repair but also learn soft employability skills as well. After that, we hire the most talented, serious and proficient of our trainees to come and work for us for a 3-month period. And in that time, they learn about the norms and customs of the workplace with us in a safe space, and they perform a variety of roles from staffing the phone repair clinics that we run in large corporates like Universal Pictures or Barclays or Lloyds Banking Group. But we also hire them to come alongside me and deliver our training programs to other young people across London. The results have been really exciting. 2/3 of people that we've worked with in the last couple of years have moved into employment, education or training within 6 months, and 80% of young offenders have not gone on to re-offend. We've had some great coverage, like in the Evening Standard, who named us one of London's best phone repair companies earlier this year. And we got Jeremy Corbyn to come down and we taught him to repair iPhones. So if he doesn't make it into number 10, he's got another skill he can perform. But also, the stories that are really important to me aren't the ones in the press, they're the ones that I see with my own eyes, with the young people that we're able to reach. And one such young person is James. He's not pictured there, and that's not his real name to protect his identity. But he came to us with issues with alcohol abuse, drug abuse, anger management issues and mental ill health, and that is a kind of cocktail of risk factors for gang involvement. He worked with us for some time and we're able to transition him into permanent employment. He now works in Hamleys as a toy demonstrator. In terms of how the money works in a business model, I mentioned we're a social enterprise, so we generate revenue and invest that in our interventions. A fair part of our income comes from this trading, some of it from phone repair, and the other from local authorities and housing associations who contract us to deliver our training to young people across London. But where do we go next? Well, There's an organisation in the US I'm inspired by called Homeboy Industries. They started off 20 years ago as a bakery that's staffed by gang members. Now they're the largest gang prevention organisation in the world, with a bakery, t-shirt printers, loads of other social enterprises. The US government sent me to go and visit Homeboy Industries. There I am. And I came back just yesterday, jet lag fairy is a really relentless lady. And I was able to learn loads about Homeboy, and they give their backing to help make Cracked It a Homeboy reality in the UK. We also need you guys too. So I'm CEO, finance officer, youth worker, phone repairman, janitor and receptionist. But I'm also Josh, a 24-year-old guy who has reached the end of what he can do alone in running Cracked It, and it's time to take on somebody else. And what we want to do tonight is top up £17,000 that we've already raised so that we can hire an individual to support me in growing Cracked It into the UK's answer to Homeboy Industries. I'll keep throwing it.